What is going on, guys? It's Kodash OG here, and now that Season 1 Shadowlands is over, I decided to take a look back at all the PvP footage that I have from all the nooks and crannies of the Shadowlands and the Maw, and in arenas and in BGs, and I noticed something that is very interesting. It makes a lot of sense, but it's interesting nonetheless. I noticed that the most flavor of the month classes, you know, the most in quotes meta classes, are usually the most overpowered classes. They're the most represented. They're the classes most complained about by new players, and they're the classes that new players also don't know how to handle, especially their burst damage. And it should come as no surprise that since they're the most overpowered classes and the most represented classes, I also have the most footage of those classes. And since there were so many Paladin going full wheelchair in Shadowlands Season 1, I obviously have the most amount of footage for them. Alright, so I thought, well, why not kill two birds with one stone and utilize some of this footage that I have from the most overpowered, most represented classes, and also make a short general guide for new players on how to handle these classes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Okay, so let's start off by talking about what Paladin defensive CDs are going to fuck up your rogue openers the worst. And the first one is obviously going to be Bop or Blessing of Protection. And yeah, it's an immunity. I normally kite Bop out, and it's got a little, the animation's got a little crown, a little like wing crown over its head, and it's got a bubble around it. So it's pretty, most new players will recognize it anyway, but it's a very long CD. If you can get that out of a Paladin, you stand a pretty good chance of killing them, but it's definitely one of the ones you have to get out to set up a kill attempt situation. Alright, the second cooldown, defensive cooldown that's really going to fuck up your rogue openers is Divine Shield. And it is also an immunity. The difference between Bop and Divine Shield is Bop or Blessing of Protection, it can be cast on teammates. So H-Pals can cast obviously Bop on all their partners in 3s or 2s or whatever. And Divine Shield is the same thing, but for them. Or they can Divine Shield their partners. So if you're trying to turn a Paladin into a kill target, you're gonna have to get out Bop and Divine Shield. And the third one that really is not like Covenant dependent and things like that, the general Paladin cooldown that's gonna fuck you up is Blessing of Sacrifice. If you do damage to a sacked target, the Paladin will take a percentage of that damage, and it's a large percentage. It's like, I mean, I don't know, I'd have to look it up to see exactly what it is, but it's a pretty good percentage. But more importantly, if they're sitting like an incapacitate, like a blind or something, and you try to hit a sacrifice target, the Paladin will take damage. It's kind of like deathing a blind from priests. Alright, if a Paladin sacks your go and you hit into it and blind, I think you're just gonna, the Paladin is just going to stay blinded. No, they're going to take the damage and it's going to break your blind. And those are the big ones that you have to watch Paladin for that are going to fuck up your rogue openers and your goes. And that's pretty much it. I know it seems kind of simple compared to when you're actually fighting those guys. But let's go ahead now and take a look at what offensive CDs you need to watch for so you don't get blown up by a Paladin. All right, and the first one you're gonna look for is Seraphim. They're big and it's pretty easy to recognize. It's not the big winged crown. It's like a golden glowing crown type thing over their head. But it's kind of the golden aura turns the guy gold. Don't get it confused with Wings, which is actually the other one, or Avenging Wrath. Honestly, my main go-to, if I wasn't expecting it or something, if I see Seraphim come out or Wings come out, is to kite it or run, shiv and run, essentially. That way I can force, like, let's say a Blessing of Freedom out in the process. So it gives them, gives you like 20 seconds. Well, actually, now, since they have the Dispel legendary. It changes that a little bit. But Seraphim and Avenging Wrath, or Wings as better known, is the two that you're going to want to get the fuck out of dodge for. You will get blown up. And they can combine both of those. And the thing about these cooldowns is Shadowlands has been very kind to Paladins. The Paladin Covenants and legendary powers are super good. So one of the things about fighting Paladin, in all honesty, is yes, of course, watching out for Seraphim, the big fucking glowing golden guy, and Avenging Wrath or Wings, you know, the big glowing Angel of Death. You want to run away from the Angel of Death, right? Yeah, the Covenants are very good for Paladin, and the legendaries are very good. So if you need to identify what type of Paladin you're fighting. So if you're fighting, let's say Venthyr Paladin that does like maybe primarily PvE, they're probably a lot of times going to have Ashen Hallow, right? You know, that's very easy to avoid in PvP. All right, Ashen Hallow, not that good in PvP. Some people can, you know, you kind of utilize it. They kind of utilize it because they also do PvE. But a lot of Paladins, you need to know if you're fighting particularly like Kyrian Paladins, because they'll pair Seraphim, and that's the thing about Paladin cooldowns is they all stack, but they'll pair Seraphim, Wings, and then like Divine Toll or Final Verdict. They'll be wearing like the Final Verdict legendary, right? So all of those will stack, and if you get caught with no cooldowns with, like I said, Seraphim and Wings, and Divine Toll goes out, somebody's gonna die. Cooldowns absolutely have to be used. That's the combo that everybody complains is one-shotting them. So you want to keep your eyes out for and identify what Covenant and Legendary Paladins are playing. Because let's say if they're playing the Prot Paladin Legendary, they're going to get another immunity when they get below, what, like 30% health or something like that. So very different than watching for the burst from Seraphim, Wings, and Divine Toll. Your strategy is going to change a lot depending on what kind of legendaries and Covenant powers you're going to encounter. But those in general are the CDs that you have to watch out for from Paladin so that you don't get blown the fuck out of the water. And that's about it as far as offensive CDs from Paladins that you have to watch for. Sounds a whole lot more simple than when you're doing it in real time, but you know what, the more you do it, it's just like anything, the more you get used to it, and it'll just become second nature. That's pretty simplified, but that's what you look for in general, and every X-Pack and patch changes it, and talents change and whatnot. But you should be pretty good if you watch for those cooldowns in general. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's what you need to look for. Hang around and you can check out and see exactly how I handle killing Paladin in every shape, form, or fashion.
Get closer. I'm out of range. closer.
This is a day for cult heroes!
I need a target. I need to target something first. I don't have a target. I need a target. I need to target something first. I don't have a target. I need to target something first. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need to target something first. I need a target. I need to target something first. I need a target. I don't have a target. Get closer.
You die, but not as an extreme.
far away. I'm out of range. Out of range. It's too far away. Target. I'm out of range. I'm out of range. I'm out of range. I need to go closer. Too far away. too far away. Range. get closer. I'm out of range.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out my stream every Tuesday and Thursday starting at 7 Pacific and Sunday late afternoons, early evenings starting at 3:30 Pacific. And lastly, don't let these goofs catch you out of stealth. Thanks for watching. Till next time.